welcome back to the Bender Bunker and Pedal Steel Volume 2. And that is the pedal steel lick that we'll be working on. You're saying, hey, wait, Bender Bunker, that's not very pedal steely, and I beg to differ. I'll give you a real quick genesis of that lick. I was sitting at my desk earlier this morning listening to some classic country and western music, as I'm prone to do. And on came a Conway Twitty song I had not heard in quite some time. Forgot I even had it in my collection. It's called One for the Money. You know, I love me some Conway. Classic voice, wonderful hair. And this song comes on, and what really caught my attention was the pedal steel work. It wasn't that traditional, sustainy, pedal steel, weepy kind of situation. This was real staccato and kind of playing things that only pedal steels can really get away with because of the way they're made. And I thought, yeah, I need to get me a piece of that. So I grabbed the Bender guitar. Now, the lick you just heard is inspired by that. It's not a copy from the song. I don't even know if I could. But that is what inspired me to play that lick, because it's got that kind of thing going on, that real fast staccato. That kind of thing. And so the more I thought about it, you really do, in my opinion, need a B-bender to even kind of pull that off on a guitar. I don't think I could do it on a standard guitar. There's a lot of stuff we do with the B-bender you can definitely copy if you work at it on a standard guitar. That one would be a real tough one. So that's what I've got in store for us. It's one I'm excited about. Wrote it this morning. And if you want to get in on it, go grab that bender and let's do it. All right, let's get to it. Have some fun here with Pedal Steel Lick Volume 2, the fast staccato lick. That's what we're going to work on first. And a couple things before we get started. We really need to isolate the top two strings because that's all we're using to start this party. And what I'm doing there is I'm downstroking that whole thing. Let me get back here. And I'm also using my palm to mute the other strings because I'm trying to get those top two strings in as much isolation as possible. And then what we're doing is we're using a pattern I actually went over in Pedal Steel Volume 1, that utility lick of the... So, it's going to come in handy here. And basically this is in D. And that's probably why we're starting this off in a D7 shape. Really, it's the top two strings of a D7 that's going to start us off. So, got my index finger on the first fret of the B string, and then I'm putting my ring finger on the second fret on the high E. That's what we're shooting for. So the positions there are there. Then I'm going index finger on third, fourth, and fifth. That's what you just heard. Now, what you also just heard is, while I'm changing positions, I'm actually down picking the top two strings open. Now, they're kind of muted, but they're open. And it's important to the riff. It's part of the riff. So listen to that. I'll play it slowly. You hear them in there. They're doing the offbeat. So it's about isolating the top two strings. It's about getting that rhythm. You're going to get that rhythm. You're actually going to bounce your bender along with the beat, basically. Okay? So again, I'm going to do it real slow and up close. And then you end up there on the fifth, and that's actually the twang box position for D. So that makes sense. And the next part we're going to do, once you get that down, that's it. So when you get here, you got your index finger on the fifth, the bender's engaged. We're going to pop up here on the high E on the seventh with our ring finger, back to the still bent B, then the high E on the fifth that you got barred, and then the B letting it down. All right, so from the top. So we've still got our index finger barring the top two. We're going to take that bar up to the 10th fret, which would be the twang box position for G. That's where we're going next. That's what we're doing next. So when we get up here with our index finger to bar the top two on the 10th, by the time we get there, I need you, the note we're going to hit is the B string on the 10th, but I need the bender fully engaged by the time you hit it. And then we're going up again to the 12th on the high E, still bent B, high E on the 10th, letting it down now on the B when you hit it, and resolving there on the G string on the 12th. All right, slowly from the top. All right, one time up to speed. I'm coming into that real staccato as much as I can. That kind of situation. You don't really need to hang on those notes much when we're going for this fast stuff. And the next thing we're doing is we're going down here to A, and so we're going to drop our index finger down the G string on the second, and we're going to anchor it there for this part, because this part's going to be... So once you get your index finger down on the G string on the second, anchor it there. And so we're going to hit it. What I'm doing is I'm hitting it, I'm engaging the bender, because I'm going to use it later. I just want to go ahead and get it engaged. Then I'm going up with my ring finger to the high E on the third, back to the G on the second fret, then back to the high E open, and then I'm hitting the B string open, which is engaged with the bender, and I'm letting it down. And I'm ending with that G string on the second. All right, from the top. And what I just realized when I go down there, I am coming down, I am anchoring it with my index finger on the second, but I'm using my little finger for that high E on the third. You can use your, whatever you're more comfortable with. It works either way. So again, that last part is, we're going to slide up here and do the top end of the D twang box, which is your top two on the fifth, and then the seventh fret on the G string. All right, so slowly all together, here we go. Not too bad, pretty easy if you ask me. It's short and sweet, gets right to the point. Again, I'm gonna get real staccato on it when I go on the full speed. So there you have it, Pedal Steel Volume 2, the Conway Twitty inspired fast-paced staccato lick, if you will. We'll get back to some more of that B-bender weepy stuff in future pedal steel lessons, but I thought it'd be fun to mix it up, and I like that one. It's got some good spirit to it, I tell you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, you know, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed that at all, it's not just for my self-affirmation, although that's fun. I read somewhere that you might actually get better search rankings if you get more likes on your videos, and I'm trying to spread the Bender gospel as best I can, so any help you can provide, thank you for that. And then also, you know, our Bender motto, and never forget it, it's never too late to go on a bender. So share the Bender motto in this video with a Bender friend if you haven't already. And I'm going to go think a few more of these up. I hope to do a few more of these pedal steel volumes, so I got to go dream up a few more. I've got something in mind for the near future. And as always, I appreciate you watching. All right, keep it bent. See you next time.